to use them. So here's my bottle. This is, again, if you guys are just popping in, I'm going to show you a 90s Y2K sleek bun. I also don't know if this, yes, you love Control Me. That is my go-to wedding hairspray. Control Me offers 450 degrees of protection. This used to be in our pink line, Hot Sexy Hair. It now lives in Style. And it is just a fabulous working spray. If you guys flip it over on the back, you can see that the hold is 5. So a lot of our aerosol cans now have holds on the back. Some of the pucks I'm going to be using later, you'll see they have a shine factor and a hold factor. So really easy to pick if you're in the salon-centric store and you're looking on the shelves and you're curious about the hold of something, it's going to be right there on the can for you. So like I was saying, this is going to be Y2K 90s inspired, but really living in that sleek kind of look. So we can see that, you know, Kim Kardashian does a lot of like sleek kind of wet looks. So this is a really good way to prep any of those wetter, sleek kind of looks. The other reason why I love our sleek style is that I am not a big hair washer. So I love a day two look. I love something that's quick and easy for a wedding. If I'm attending a wedding or I'm a bridesmaid, something you can throw up really quick and it doesn't kind of matter the state of your hair. So I'm going to start with our Sexy Hair Flash Me. Now, if you guys have not seen this yet, this is a non-aerosol that lives in the Style Sexy line. It comes out in a fine mist. And generally you would use this on wet hair. It actually cuts your blow dry time in half. Now, we heard it, guys, right? I've heard that before a million times with products. Well, the technology in this actually goes into the water molecule and basically shatters it. So that way that it cuts down your blow dry time because those water molecules are smaller. So does it work? Yeah. But I'm just gonna prep this on dry hair because since I'm working more towards that sleek kind of wet look to the hair, I'm gonna spray this directly on the hair. Now in the front here, just in that front section, right where if you were to lay a comb on your head and this was, you know, to pop off right in that apex area of the head, that's gonna be just that front section I clipped out of the way. And the reason is that, you know, before all of our like current hairstyles, everything was straight back. All of these 90s inspired styles are either on the zigzag part or kind of going down the middle where you can really see that harsh part line. So I want to keep that out of the way before we create our bun. I'm prepping that with that Flash Me to give me the heat protection that I'm looking for and to start to create that kind of wet look. And I know, you know, there's such a fine line where it's like, what makes it look wet without making it look hard or sticky? And Flash Me is a perfect way to start because that product works through that hair really easy. And you can see I'm just starting to comb that backwards and it's already holding for me. Now I'm going to do my favorite cocktail for my wet looks. I'm going to start with my water bottle. And I know this is going to seem like it's a little bit, you know, a little unusual, something that you wouldn't normally do to your water bottle. Normally just water belongs in there, right? But what I'm gonna go in here and do is add a little bit of our Heart Up. Now, you know, this guy has been around the block with us for a million years. People love the Heart Up. It is a high shine, high hold gel. You can see the hold on it is 10. And so I'm just gonna add that into my water because I wanna dilute it a little bit. I want the hold and the shine from the gel, but I don't need it to be a 10. That's gonna be what takes this from wet looking to crunchy. This is just gonna dilute it just enough to give us that wet hold that we're looking for without it being too over the top. I know you're thinking, what do I do with my water bottle after? That sounds sticky. You wash it out, guys. But I'm just spraying that into the hair, working that through with my fingers, and I'm really focusing here on the front of the hair. Thank you for my little hearts. I'm focusing here on the front of the hair because this is the part of the bun that is that sleek look that we're looking for, right? Now, if someone wanted to do that wet look and that kind of sleek look back, but not have it pinned up, you could just brush this all back and you guys can see as it's drying, it's starting to hold. Now I like to brush it through to make sure I'm getting in some of those underneath pieces on both sides, like especially on this side, it's a little bit drier, so I'm gonna move over here. Making sure I'm getting those in-between pieces at the root, but really focusing in that front hairline. Guys, if you're just joining us, come say hello in our comments section. Tell me where you're tuning in from. Thank you so much to Salon Centric for having me today. We love working with you guys. I'm Katrina Cahill. I'm an educator with Sexy Hair. I've been with them for over 10 years. That's how much I love these hair products. So I'm so excited that we live in this world now. I can just tune into you from my home or show up from my home. I love that so much. So it's really nice to be able to tune in and learn something quick on your lunch break. And I appreciate you guys being here. So once I have that nice and wet, I'm gonna go in with my diffuser. I'm gonna put it on a high heat. Hi, thanks for joining us today. I'm gonna put this on a high heat and a low speed. And I'm just gonna work this in right in at that root area to just get that water and the water and gel combo to dry. And you can see too, yeah, again, like if someone wants more of that Kim K kind of sleek look and they want to just like lightly tousle back, you can already see it that has that really nice wave to it since I'm using my diffuser. But the reason why I'm using my diffuser over no nozzle or my concentrator is that I just wanted to just lightly do it. I want to get some of those flyaways. I don't want to go in here and do anything super crazy that I'm like smoothing it too much. I'm, you know, changing the texture of the hair. I want this to look like their natural hair. Wow, we got people from everywhere. Is it also ungodly hot where you are right now, guys? I think today might be the hottest day of the year for us over here. What's so great about this Hard Up Gel is that the Hard Up Gel is an alcohol-free gel, so it won't flake, which I know if you guys are doing any kind of sleek look, the flaking is so important because we don't want someone going to their event and flaking off. And also, it's all water soluble, so your client's not gonna wanna kill you by the end of the night when they have to brush gel out of their hair, right? So it's the perfect combo. So if you're just joining me, I used our Flash Me for our 450 heat protection and to break down some of those water molecules so it blow dries really easy. And then I also added Not So Hard Up to our water and combed that through. So what I'm gonna do from here is I'm going to take my favorite brush. Now, if any of you guys have been with me before on the Salon Centric page, I always use this brush. It is a boar bristle, plastic bristle combo. And to me, this really just smooths our hair. It gets really nice shine. You can see how much nice shine I have right now on the hair. And it gets all those little baby hairs. So while I'm doing this, I'm just combing this through, and I know one of you said, oh, I really love Control Me. So now I'm gonna use a little bit of Control Me. That is our working hairspray in this line. It also offers 450 degrees of protection. So if you guys are doing weddings, this is like a one-stop shop because you're going to get that 450 degree protection so you can put a curling iron right to it, but it also is a really nice working spray so you can kind of keep working through that hair, pin it, pull it wherever you need to, and it's not going to get stuck to your hands. Hi from Florida. Oh man, I wish I was in Florida right now. All of my clients are starting to head on to their family vacations and I am in pure jealousy. Everyone's coming in the salon right now saying, oh, I'm getting my color done to go to the beach. And I'm like, take me. I'll be here at the salon while you're enjoying a nice cocktail on the beach. So I want this to be right in the center of her head. So I want this to be, you know, right in that middle, like right in between that crown and your occipital bone, because I do want to make sure that I'm gonna see these little spikes from my bun. That's the 90s part of it. When I think about this hairstyle, I think of, and this is very niche, Mandy Moore Candy, the music video. I was in middle school and she had just like the perfect spikes. Like I have no other way to describe it but that her bun had the perfect spikes. And so that was a really big inspo for me today. So I'm going to do that age-old trick, 1 office rubber band and 2 bobby pins. This was one of the things that I struggled with as a stylist so hard. I just couldn't get the hand motion. It's become muscle memory for me now, but to me, if we're doing these sleek looks, having something like an office rubber band keeps this really flat, and it also is really strong. So if you're using just a regular elastic, I would say double up. But to me, this is a really good way to keep it really nice and tight, but also smooth. If you struggle with this, I'm going to tell you what I've learned is the easiest thing. Hold this with a death grip. Take your bobby pins, and we want to make sure that foot side is down, that little foot side, against the head. So make sure it's really nice and locked in there, flat to the head. And then what you're going to do is, once you have that in, push that fist tighter to the head so that you're now locking that bobby pin in place and able to wrap this around. So I'm just holding that really tight as I can with that pointer finger and putting that pressure against the back of the head. And you can see that this is so tight, it's literally like popping off her head already. And just making sure that that foot of that, oh, I think my rubber band popped, did it? Oh, doesn't even matter because we locked it in place, perfect. So, you know, making sure that those foots cross and create that X. And then I'm just gonna add 1 more bobby pin. So we made that X underneath. I'm just gonna add 1 more bobby pin across to just secure that in place, flat across the back of her head. And now this is okay to see this bobby pin because we're gonna do some really cute twists in here. Yes, hi guys, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much, Salon Centric, for having me. It's been so fun already. I've been so excited about showing you guys this technique because I really love all of these 90s inspired looks so much. You know, it's what's all over TikTok. It's what my clients are asking me for. And I just think like it's so fun. Maybe because I myself lived through the 90s, so it's just been surreal to be like, I know how to do that already. I didn't have to learn anything new. I'm well versed in this. Yes, please feel free to ask me questions. So what am I gonna do now to make our little twists into our bun in the back? So I'm gonna make a little cocktail of our Style Sexy Hair Prep Me. So guys, if you're blow drying at all, the perfect combo to blow dry and Style Sexy Hair is, I like to layer in Prep Me first. That's a really nice lotion that's gonna help smooth out the hair. And then the Flash Me to help break down some of those water molecules and cut down on time. Both of these have 450 degrees of protection and are weightless in the hair. So that's really important whenever you're blow drying to be able to get through the hair really smooth. But you know, it's like, to me, it seems like my clients, when they're damaging their hair, a lot of it comes from the blow dryer. So I like to get these in there first to make sure their hair is protected, their color is protected. So I'm gonna make a little combo of the Prep Me and some of our Control Maniac. So as I was saying earlier, if you're just joining, the pucks do have a shine factor and a hold factor. I love that in the salon because a lot of times if people are, you know, sitting in the waiting room waiting for me and they're just checking out the product shelves, they can, you know, kind of get an idea for how much shine, how much hold something has just based on the bottle. And then they can ask me about it, you know, if they see something they may like, or maybe they're not sure how much shine and hold they need in their hair. The other thing I like about it too is that a lot of times whenever people are coming into the salon, they'll be, you know, I can ask them the questions, how much shine, how much hold do you like? And then that way I can pick a good product for them. So the Style Sexy Hair, having that on the pucks already, kind of makes that easy for the stylist, easy for the client. Sometimes they'll come in and they'll be like, I use the thing that's a 7-7. And I'm like, okay, Control Maniac, I got that. Control Maniac is a wax base. That Prep Me is that lotion consistency. You can see that really nice shine that I already have. Now I'm gonna use that pin that I put across as the anchor. And I'm just gonna take different size sections. So these can be big, these can be small. You want them to be different sizes because we want a little bit of like erratic texture. And I'm just gonna start twisting that around the hair until that hair starts to buckle. Let that hair tell you where it wants to go. And I could see, you know, I need to twist it a little bit more, keep letting it buckle. And we want this to lay pretty flat to the pony, but leave a tail out. So the cool thing about this style is it kind of doesn't matter how long their hair is. It can be long, it can be short, and you can create the same style because these little knots are gonna lay flat. Flat to the head with a little spike hanging out, you know? Take my just regular elastic, wrap that around the bun, and then just to really secure it, I like to take another bobby pin. So my first bobby pin went straight across. This second bobby pin is gonna go through that elastic and straight down. And that's just, you know, for a little added extra security. So if this is something like they're going to a concert, they're going to an event, that this is going to stay really nice and tight for them because, you know, the thing that they're looking at here is the knot. So I'm just gonna move counterclockwise around the head and make that really same great cocktail. For me, again, using that Prep Me and that Control Maniac. Mixing that together in my hands. Is anyone having major 90s flashbacks right now? I mean, it's so fun that I get to relive these looks twice because, you know, the first time around I was like in middle school and I didn't even know how to do my hair. So being able to really wear all these cool looks and on all these people I admired in the 90s and the 2000s, it's just like making all my dreams come true. So again, when you're twisting this, let that hair kind of tell you where it wants to go. Like, you don't want to make it so perfect. Let it kind of be a little bit wild because if you try to force it, it's going to look like a weird flower, which is fine if you're going for the weird flower look. But me and my husband are going to a concert tonight and it's outside and I keep telling you guys, it is 1,000,000 degrees here, I'm melting. So I was thinking, wow, this would be like the perfect look for a concert because it'll look cute, it'll look cool, and very easy and my hair's out of my face. And I need to, same thing, I'm gonna take that bobby pin, find that elastic, and then go straight down into that original bobby pin I put in the back. Oh, it's coming together. Taking just uneven sections, however much hair you wanna hold. That's the other thing that's so great about it and what makes this so versatile is that I can do this on curly hair, I can do this on straight hair, I can do this on a head that has a ton of hair, right? You know, super dense because you can take bigger sections and work through the hair really quickly. But also too, if you have finer hair and you maybe don't have as much hair, how easy to make your hair look so cool. And the bun is supposed to be flat. It's not supposed to be this big textured thing like we've seen for so many years. So us fine-haired ladies, it's finally our time to shine. We have a little something that, you know, is going to be for us too. So it's really cool that you can find something that you can really use on a lot of textures, a lot of lengths of hair, and be able to pull that out just for anyone. You know, keep that in your back pocket when someone's like, I just don't know what to do with my hair. And I know a lot of times with my brides and bridesmaids, they're like, here's how my hair holds a curl. Here's the month I'm getting married in. Like, what should I do? You know, and a lot of times it's like, okay, in the summer, you're like, I got to wear it up. So this is just like a really cool look that you could show them for the reception to make it a little bit more fun. You know, something like that. Just, it adds a little bit of flair, but keeps their hair out of their face and is so different than a lot of the things that we've been seeing recently. So if you're just joining me, I'm adding a bobby pin right to where our elastic is and popping that right into the bun. Oh, it's looking awesome. Okay. If you're just joining me, I slicked the front of our hair down with a cocktail of Flash Me and Hard Up mixed with some water in our water bottle. I diffused that down with my diffuser and used some of our Style Sexy Hair Control Me, our working spray, to lock that in place. So now as I'm moving around this bun, I'm probably gonna do maybe 3 more sections to just round this off. You can see they're all different sizes, so just pick up as you go, whatever your hand can hold. Cocktailing our Control Maniac. I always do the back of my fingernail because if not, I'm real good for eating hair products during the day. Taking some of our Control Maniac, mixed with some of our Prep Me, our styling lotion, cocktailing those together, working that through my section from root to ends, and getting that really beautiful shine. I mean, this is a mannequin and I'm on my iPad and you guys can see how shiny this hair is. And letting that hair twist, twist, twist until it starts locking into place. And just letting that lock into itself. And you can see, you know, I try to force it and my hair is like, the hair is like, nope, I'm still going. So twist it until it says, okay, it's time to twist me up. And then once you wrap that around, make sure you're leaving a tail out. I feel like Gwen Stefani wore a lot of styles like this in the 2000s too. Like she wore a lot of little knots on the top of her head. It's just a really cool way to do that throwback Y2K kind of look. But we're gonna make it a little bit modern with the parting in the front. So once I have that elastic in place, I'm gonna go ahead in here, take my bobby pin, find that elastic and tuck that right into that base bobby pin I put across. And you can see like this is definitely a tighter look. It's not super big, it's not super bulky. I know a lot of times when people are looking for different styles, they're like, oh, I don't have enough hair for that. Everyone has enough hair for this. You could also do this half up, half down, which I think would be so cute. Working that Control Me into our hands and then adding my Prep Me. Is anyone else this hairdresser that just loses their products while they're using them? Yeah, we're doing knots like 80s, 90s, 2000s. Like all of those knot styles are coming back in. And I'm telling my clients like, I know how to do that. I've done it before. I'll do it again, you know? I think it's really, really cool that we're just revamping some of those old things. But as a hairdresser who's been around a while, I don't have to learn so much new stuff. I'm like, I know exactly how to make those knots. And now, you know, too, in the 90s and the 2000s, we didn't really have the products we were looking for. You know, like there was like one hairspray that was, you know, you were loyal to, and now we have like a million cool working sprays. Like the Control Me spray is going to offer you 450 degrees protection, but also be a working spray. So, you know, just like having some better options for products are going to make these styles so much easier to achieve. And I know, like, I see Hailey Bieber wear a lot of these hairstyles. I think a lot of times Bella Hadid is a lot of the inspo for a lot of this stuff. So this way you're getting that really cool, spiky, sleek look that those people have, but also like throwing a little Y2K 90s into it. And then just doing my last section here. So like, okay, we started this at 1, it's 1:25. I'm chatting you up. You can see how easy and how quick to create this style. It also feels like something you could teach your clients to do. So I know a lot of times for weddings, people are like, oh, I'm going to change into a jumpsuit. I'm going to change into a reception dress, something a little more comfortable. And they want something a little bit more free and fun. I mean, if you have the time to stay with your bride, I'm always like, there's an open bar and some food. I'll stay and do a second look on you. But this could be also something that you could show them how to do if they wanted to wear their hair down for the ceremony, but up for the reception. It's just a really cool like second look for anything wedding. If you guys have any questions too about sexy hair or what products I'm using, please feel free to ask. Something that's really cool, if you guys are liking any products that you're seeing today, if you're loving this Control Me wax that I'm using to create this style, all of these style sexy hair, so everything in that black packaging that you're seeing behind me, all of those products are all 15% off at Salon Centric the entire month of June. And I know Salon Centric just had a killer sale over the weekend, so I'm sure a lot of you did stock up. But just so you guys know, the rest of the weekend, the rest of the month, all the style sexy hair is 15% off. So I know for me, like, because it's the peak of wedding season, we're really getting thrown into wedding season right now. I'm really going to go in there and make sure I stock up on my Control Me, on my Flash Me, on my Prep Me. Like, those are things that I keep in my kit all year round, but especially during wedding season. Okay, so what's going to take this from 90s to modern 2022 is we're going to add a part line to this. So You know, in the 90s, we did a lot of zigzag parts and then a lot of slick straight back. So what we're seeing now in 2022 is to have this really swoopy part line. So I'm going to show you guys how to add this in. Now, of course, I still have a little bit of that Control Me wax and the Prep Me on my hands, but something that I really like to add when I'm creating like a sleeker look, and I'll hit this with my flat iron too, is that I like to add my Play Dirty. This is an aerosol wax. So for me, if I'm doing any of these very textured, very kind of pieced out 90s looks, the Play Dirty, this also lives in the style line. The Hold On It's 4. It is a waxed base aerosol spray, and it also smells like the beach. So we love that. I like to spray that because it's going to give me shine, it's going to give me separation, it's going to give me texture. And then I like to just really hit it with my flat iron so that I can tell, okay, this piece was like added at the end. Like I want to see the separation here. And then once I get that where I like it, I'm just going to take this and wrap this into my twist. So I'm just going to let that be drapey. And you can see like this is a different piece of hair than this other sections of hair. Because we're seeing that a lot in 2022. People love a part line now. So just taking that, wrapping that into our twist, and letting that hair be a little bit longer. That's going to give you some of those longer pieces. Now, if people already have a fringe cut into their hair, I know curtain bangs are still super in right now. If they still have that going on, then, you know, they can also just like let their little fringes hang so cute in the front. A lot of times people will make this really sleek and just leave it straight down, do a little skinny braid. There's a lot of options for this fringe area. But for me, I wanted to sleek it back. I really wanted to play it up and make it super, super 90s and like what 90s felt like to me. And so because we're having so much 90s and Y2K inspired stuff, I was like, I'm doing it. I'm doing my dream hair looks that I couldn't do when I was in middle school. So again, doing that Play Dirty, making sure I'm flat ironing that, wrapping that around the head, and then just taking this and tucking this in between my knots, and then bobby pinning that in, but giving myself some of these longer pieces to play with to really amp up that 90s kind of look. I know some of you are sitting on the other side of the screen and is like, I cannot believe that I am doing these hairstyles again, but we are. They are back, and I'm really excited about it. So this is just a quick, easy reminder for some of you. Maybe it's something new to you guys, but it's just a really cool, fun kind of summer hairdo. Perfect for something formal like a wedding, but also really fun for a night out on the town with your girlfriends, or if someone's going to a concert or something where they're getting their hair done for. And then just, oh my God, my teenage heart is screaming. Someone asked, what does everyone charge for this? I would say, for me, I would charge what your regular upstyle is. I know a lot of people do hourly, but you know, what you would normally charge for an upstyle. Just for one final, some detailing, I'm gonna go ahead in here and again, spray some of our Play Dirty on these little tiny pieces, and then go back in with my flat iron and really make sure they're spiky. That Play Dirty is a wax-based aerosol, so it's really gonna give you all of that really nice shine and those really spiky spikes. You can add a butterfly clip, any kind of little tiny clips. I saw a lot of people on TikTok rebought that bedazzler thing for your hair. That would also be super fun. And I just see one little elastic right here. So if you do see your elastics, just take a bobby pin, wrap it through the elastic, and then tuck it up inside of the bun. So a very easy fix, but so cool, so cute, so 90s, so fun, and so different than the looks that we've been seeing for what I feel like the last 5 or 6 years. I feel like it's been so long since we've been doing sleek things, since, you know, all of the texture has been so messy. So to have something that's like a little bit more playful and structured, I'm so into it. What do you guys think? Do you like it? I think I'm gonna tuck this little guy underneath here. So don't forget, if you guys are hitting up the Salon Centric stores this week or whatever day you do your shopping for your salon. Yeah, I like that way better. All of the Style Sexy hair products are 15% off till the end of June. So if you are in the middle of wedding season, how I'm in the middle of wedding season, make sure that you stock up and get all of those great products while they're 15% off. Because you know what, guys? I mean, we're going to use them. So you might as well get them while they're on sale. Thank you guys so much for hanging out today. If you liked your style that you learned, if